I got a pop-up saying that you were, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
Hmm.
Okay, so awesome. I would like to welcome you all to the Climate Collaboratory, and that you are each part of what I see as a collaboration of people in Alachua County, Florida, and our global networks of support. And so I've been working with Jen for 90 days on the International Climate Action Challenge. This is their third year doing that. And why don't you give us well, let me introduce Aaron also. And Aaron, I met at a meeting right here in Alachua County with the NAACP Environmental and Climate Justice Group. And soon as I heard what he's offering, I just said, oh, he's a collaborator. And so we've been kind of playing around with different projects and activities for months. And why don't you tell your side of this story?
Yeah. So, hey, Jen, nice to meet you.
Well,
Yeah. So, I have been part of this group that we're calling Co-Create Climate Optimism. And it's predominantly a group of UF students and also a bunch of faculty and community members and staff members at the university and in Gainesville who are interested in the uses of the arts to promote climate communication and understanding. It's ranged in various forms in terms of the projects. The main one has been a workshop that we've been sort of iterating upon after various rollouts with different groups. We found that this approach can help to build more understanding of people's personal experiences with climate change, and how through those exchanges, folks can get a better understanding of common challenges. And through that, there might be some possibilities for mutual engagement toward reduction of climate-related contributions. And all this is, again, steeped within some sort of storytelling modality, and how other forms of arts can be used to accelerate that kind of a method or approach are things that we're very much still exploring. One of the projects that Sue and I have talked about trying to accomplish this coming spring, or right now since we're in it, is some sort of a climate festival. And we've been looking at some possibilities in April, and have some folks on campus again with this group Co-Create to accomplish that festival. And that's kind of what I've been up to now for about a year or so.
that's awesome.
And
Very
so I told my story with Aaron and the Co-Create group as one of several, I think 5 or 6 organizations that I see as part of our story in Alachua County. And I put that together during the 90-day challenge with Jen, and did a little 1-minute summary that actually was put together with the children of Star Center Theater, who made a commercial about this thing. And then I was asked to do a presentation for the final closing of this 90-day challenge. And I was able to show the different activities that we did, including yours, Aaron, and the concert that we put together. We were both planning a concert that we just drew in as many people as we could from different, places, musicians and people in organizations that talked about their work on climate. And so, yeah, I see this putting together as a whole all of the different stories that have all the different organizations, really, and telling their story through the arts. I've been seeing it as a musical play. I'm now writing it as a narrative. And so I presented all that. in this final presentation of Jen's 90-day challenge. So tell us about, oh, and I wanted to report that I was able to say in this presentation that we reached 240 people that I could count. And we also had something on the TV, and we also had something in the newspaper. So
Beautiful.
who knows how many people we really reached? And it was a
That's-
thrill,
Yeah, that's
in
awesome.
90 days to do all that. And it was exhausting.
Yeah. Tell me
And
about it.
so I've decided I'm focusing on a different way of doing things, much more from right here in my chair on Zoom, in writing and emails and working that way, which is very easy, comfortable. I love it. And
I'm
so,
going the opposite way.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing myself as a facilitator rather than the doer of all of these things. And so, Jen, why don't you tell about your side of the story?
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a wild 90 days. I have been running the Green Team Academy, and we host a climate action challenge. And it's to help build resilient communities. People come with ideas on how to make their community more sustainable. And they follow along this 90-day challenge and kind of just follow the process and launch a project, build partnerships, get their stuff out on TV. Yeah, some of like the more active groups have like some really, like Sue just mentioned, like some really impressive things that they did. And so I'm actually taking that, Sue, as you said, you're like trading in the outside work for the computer work. I'm going the opposite way. I realized that like I see the importance of what I am doing behind the computer, but it's not where I want to be. So I'm actually, I just left the East Coast a couple of days ago, and I'm making my way out to Uganda. I'm going to be out there for a couple of months, actually working hands-on with the groups that were going through the challenge. And Green Team Academy just recently merged with Youth Time Banking, which time banking is a system that I'm like absolutely in love with. So I'm going to be educating on the time banking to different communities and trying to do like different assessments to see how we could bring in resources without pretty much just it's very important to see like everybody is an asset. And a lot of communities that have been undermined for a very long time are looking for people to help, when in reality they have what they need. And they just need to like readjust their focus, and hopefully that's what I'll be able to go help with. But so it's not so much like arts focused, but there's a major emphasis on going out and hearing the climate stories, like the stories that people have. I actually had tried to start a podcast a little while back with one of the groups that went through the challenge, and it was called the Climate Experience. And it was to go around and kind of talk with people who were impacted by climate change and kind of get their story on how they're mitigating the effects in their area. So kind of stuff like that. I just similarly want to get people's stories heard, and really just share what people are like really experiencing. It's not just like something that might happen someday. Like that we're in it right now, and I think that being able to kind of like share that with people who otherwise wouldn't be able to see it is super important. Yeah. So it's kind of a little rundown of what I'm up to.
So I want to report that several of the people, probably ones that Jen is going to be visiting, I met through different global organizations, one of which is We the World, and it's the one of the sponsoring organizations of the Climate Collaboratory. I envisioned everything I'm doing here through We the World, which is based in New York and really has a global reach. And after several years, I could say, well, this needs to be in my local community. And it's taken 3 years actually of working with people in the Alachua County area and also the Florida network, because our first partner in 2020 and 21, hard to say, it was the I'm going to say UF extension program called Sustainable Floridians. And I worked with the woman who is the state coordinator, and we designed a program. And it's for the whole state, and it's based on the Sustainable Floridians program that's been active for 10 years. I think there are 4 or 5 active programs in the state now in different counties. And so our program was designed to be replicated, to be pilot, figured out in Alachua County, and then made into a program that can be replicated through all of these other places where the Sustainable Floridians is already happening. I have a network of people that I know through other organizations. And so I'm putting them all together the way I did locally here. And seeing this as the Florida, whatever we end up calling it, right? It is, I feel like we're gonna have a new name soon. I don't know what it is, but so the idea is that we can do this in more than one place, and Alachua County is our demonstration. So the other groups that I'm working with, I mentioned We the World and Earth Charter International. And the Earth Charter, if you don't know, was launched in the year 2000. And in the year 2020, they were celebrating the 20th anniversary, gave a beautiful summary of the development from the time of even before the Earth Summit in 1992 to when it was launched in 2000, and then summarizing the progress during these 20 years. And now we're going into 23 years, and I'm still, I'm getting ready to do my report to Earth Charter International that's at the University for Peace in Costa Rica. And I did go there in 2015 for a 5-day course, and it was called Communicating Powerfully and Effectively About Sustainability, the Earth Charter, Storytelling, and Theater. And so I said, I want this workshop at the University of Florida, and they said, yes, do it. And so what I've got going here with the Star Center Theater and other groups is doing exactly that. And the next phase of this has just kind of blossomed in the last week or two, where I want to tell my story as an individual Baha'i. These are the things I've been working on, for 40 years. And this is where it's at with what we're just talking about here. And so mine is one of many stories in our Baha'i community, which is one of many, our community is one of many faith groups working in Alachua County on the same things. We've done workshops with different, we have an interfaith climate group that's done many activities, bringing people of different faith groups together. Anyway, it just goes on and on. But with this, we're kind of establishing the system of storytelling to use in my Baha'i community as our pilot, and then reaching out to other faith groups in Alachua County and the state and the world, really. So that's kind of what I have going on. And so I want to just kind of, put all this in a pot and stir it up and see where we are and what we want to accomplish. And probably, Aaron, your festival in the spring is the next step, I see. And so why don't you tell your vision for what that might look like?
Did you have a question, or?
I was going to ask, do you have to leave at any time, or do you have the hour?
So I'm working on my dissertation right now. And it's
I remember seeing an email. Yeah.
Yeah, I should leave at 11:30.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me say that this festival is still very much under construction. But the elements of it that I think are very feasible to occur include what's called a bio blitz, which is what Pam Soltis was really interested in trying to do with students on campus and others interested in participating. And what I understand that to be is some sort of an accounting process for the various biodiversity that's available in an area. So folks can, I don't know if they're going to go out and do stuff with various flowering plants, maybe collect some different leaf species or different aspects of trees. And I think there's then some sort of a process of identifying those various things and how the arts can fit into that. We were or right now having some sort of stations set up for folks to do various creative expressions, perhaps associated with those things that they found. Maybe they can do some stencil drawings or create some sort of narrative about the process that was involved, and then having some sort of presentations so that folks can relate those different elements, the gathering and then the creative process, to their experiences with change in their surrounding environments. Maybe they can notice different things that have occurred historically based upon things that used to be in a certain location and aren't there now. All of this are possibilities for activities. I want to also say that it's possible that we might get Angelique Kidjo to come and give some sort of a presentation. She's going to be in Gainesville on April 18th for a performance that evening in the Phillips Center. And it's our aim and our hope that she might be interested and available to come and participate in some capacity in this festival. So I've been trying to share the word and spread the word, particularly about the festival, not about Angelique, but this is something that I'm kind of hopeful for. And yeah, there's a lot of people interested in participating in some capacity in this festival. So those are some possibilities for things we might do.
So the way I see that evolving is that our little group with the Star Center Theater and others makes trailers, like 3-minute. Here's what's coming. We did it for Martin Luther King. We did it for Earth Day. We can do it for this festival and just have a real short video to send around with kids, inviting the whole community, right?
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
And I don't have any limitations at all. So Sue, if that's something that you think the kids would actually want to do, and invite people, I see this as a human challenge, not as a cultural or an ethnic challenge. So or a generational challenge. So by all means, invite.
Is it going to be like an outdoor kind of gathering? Well, obviously, if you're doing like the biodiversified, the bio blitz. Cool.
Yeah, I think that it'll be a combination of outdoor and indoor, and I'm seeing this take place over the span of a day. So maybe that BioBlitz component would happen more in the morning, have some sort of an introduction or a gathering, welcoming sort of a situation, suggest the scope of this festival. Then maybe in early afternoon, hopefully some food will be available. We've had some various individuals mention they have some funding for those types of things. Then maybe go into more of the creative side with again those materials collected from the BioBlitz, presentations perhaps from Star Center if they're interested and available to do some sort of a live presentation. And this is the idea. So I think this kind of an approach is for me the most important part. Initially, there was a suggestion for a symposium, which could be really great in terms of research presentations and so on, but that's a little bit stifling, in my opinion, to the broader consideration of people's experiences with the climate crisis. And so I felt that the term festival could be more inviting, could be more celebratory, and also more optimistic, which I think is a really important element, considering that this is an ongoing issue.
Yeah. In my storytelling, we call it the Nature Fest.
That's cool.
So you may want to use that, or keep
Okay.
it as just a festival.
Mhm.
But yeah, or a nature festival.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you see, Jen, that this is the way it grows, and we say
Yeah.
it's growing in the gardens of global unity where all things are possible. And we are we are planning to we are already using the UN Sustainable Development Goals as a way of organizing who's doing what. And we can play some games with that. And, it's going to be wonderful. And I've got, let's see what we can do in 2023. I feel like it's always an Earth Day celebration in April or so. And what's happening in 2024, what people want to make happen. And 2030 when we win the Sustainable Development Goals, and 2050 when we reverse global warming. So let's make plans for how we're doing that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
All right. So are you looking at April 18th? Did I hear that properly?
That's right. That's the date.
Okay. So I guess I'm not really sure where exactly I fit in.
Sure.
Although I don't really have an end to my trip planned yet. And I kind of need to hammer that down because it's like the one thing that I need to get a visa to go into the
Sure.
country is my exit ticket.
Mhm.
And I mean, this sounds incredible. And I would like, if it works out, I would love to come fly to Florida, like maybe like the 16th, the 15th, or the 16th, and just kind of like hang out, be a part of this in whatever way you see me fit. I can dance. It's not going to be pretty, but I
Yeah.
can try and do it. But yeah, no, I would definitely I definitely want to be a part of this, and definitely just please let me know like how I can be of any assistance. And if I can make it over there, I would love to come join the festivities for sure.
Well, so to that question, Jen, I mean, you mentioned about your availability maybe being a challenge, I would say that the work that you're doing with your groups, these kind of interventions, if you will, of getting folks to share their experiences, I think something just like that. Maybe there's a video that you might be able to share, or some sort of a testimonial, or a vignette, or some sort of just representation of the work that you're doing to promote this more sort of creative approach around how we're interacting with the climate issues. I think just sharing that and representing Green Team Academy in that way, if you're comfortable with that, or if somebody else might be available to do that, I think that'd be an excellent way for you to participate.
I think that'd be awesome. 'Cause I love video editing. So now I kind of took a step back from Green Team Academy, and I'm focusing more on actually getting involved with the communities and getting their stories to be able to share. So I am planning to definitely have some video
Cool.
along the travel. So I would love to share it, and the story, and just help empower people. Cause yeah,
Yes,
the optimism piece is really missing right now. And it's yo, we can
Yeah.
be happy. We can keep moving, knowing what's happening,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to be very upfront with both of you. I am trying to graduate this semester, and in fact I intend to graduate this semester. And Jen, as Sue knows, this work is a passion project for me. It is not associated with my dissertation, and so I just want to emphasize that my main priority is graduating this semester.
Yeah.
So if there's some communication gaps, or ways in which the two of you may be able to kind of promote this festival in some ways, for me personally, I'd significantly appreciate that, because I think it's an important event to occur. I just, the bandwidth of managing it and organizing it are challenges for me that I really have to face. And so I just want to be very frank with both of you about that.
I appreciate that.
Yes, me too.
Is there
Yeah.
going to be is it going to be virtually shown as well?
These are really important questions.
Okay.
These are things, yeah. I think that you know, what I will do is follow up with the small group of people that have indicated a willingness to contribute to the creation of this festival, and then get some sort of an email thread going with that group, so that we might actually refine down some you know, actionable steps to actually carry out this festival.
Yeah.
Because there are several folks who have indicated that willingness, and this is an appropriate time, I think, to have those discussions. Hopefully, yeah.
If it would be helpful, the Climate Action Challenge is literally like, it is meant to like host a day of action. So it's kind of like getting a group of people together, like aligning on a mission, figuring out like, so it's like just weekly, like you have weekly meetings, and you just kind of figure out, it's I think 13 weeks, and it's like a topic for each week. If it would be helpful, I would love to send you over the workbook so you can kind of follow it, and just like, you don't have to do like all of it, obviously, but if there's something that would be beneficial to bring to a meeting, it could be a good structure. So if that would be helpful, I could definitely send that your way.
Yeah, I think so. I think this group of people would be really interested in seeing that as well.
Cool.
All these folks are really passionate about these issues, for sure.
And
Well, very awesome.
I went through that program in these last 90 days. And so I can facilitate that, like I said, I like to do.
Beautiful.
Very cool.
All right. Well, I should probably duck out now. I think is a good time for me to do. Jen, it's wonderful to meet you.
You as well. I look forward to our future collaborations.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for introducing us, Sue. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Aaron. I look forward. Here we grow in the gardens of global unity, where all things are possible, right? Yeah. Thank you both. Yeah.
Thanks,
and
Sue.
Jen, if you could stay on for a minute.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Aaron.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Very
nice. My goodness, isn't that exciting?
It really, truly is. Yes, very much so.
So what I'm hearing is that he's thinking of this as an event.
Yes.
And I'm thinking of it as many events. You know,
do you mean like many events that are going to happen like annually, or many events that can happen
over We the World's Earth Month runs from the spring equinox, right, to on March 21st through Earth Day on April 22nd. And what I'm planning to do for our musical and storytelling, now that I have this picture with our, the Baha'i core of storytelling, we're going to be practicing there and building it. And so what I would like to do is build it out to our Alachua County level. And actually, I'm with the Baha'is of Alachua County, so it's already there. And so it's, I'm seeing, like, say we have 5 faith groups of different religions working together to come up with a plan for Earth Day, and, somewhere in that March to April Earth Month. And each one of them hosts their own at their own, with their congregation and whoever else they can bring in. And have that as a hybrid, so that everything is happening real life with real people, and with people in the local and global community. Because I'm working with the Interfaith Climate Group, and we once a month have a devotional and climate conversation. And we're saying that this is providing the spiritual foundation for the community-wide climate conversation to action program with the Sustainable Floridians, right? And so that's why I just grab your program and say that is a key part of what we're offering, so that I can say, how about it? 5 faith groups and 5 businesses and 5, and we're working with the city and county what is it called? The Citizens Climate Advisory Committee. And
Okay.
the lady who helped to design this program for the Sustainable Floridians is on that committee.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'm working with several different people who are part of that committee. And so I just feel like we can do it in the same way that I did, reported for the challenge. I reported things that I actually participated in,
Yeah.
and I don't have to do that. All I have to do is say, what are you doing at your, your church or your business? And tell us. Here's the storytelling format. We'll ask specific questions and send us a video.
Yeah.
And what did you call it? Impact report.
Yes.
Right?
Well,
Yes.
so, okay, so that kind of like ties in really nicely because there seems to be a very big push or need for this climate action challenge. So we're trying to figure out how to kind of merge things right now. And it's kind of like all over the place. It's a little bit messy at the moment, but I think like a main focus is going to be creating like kind of just breaking the climate action challenge to like down to the bones and making it so that it's like a process that somebody can say, hey, I want to do this. They can go onto the website and just start it, and it'll go through the weekly assignments. They could submit everything so that we have data to pull from, but so that it doesn't need to be like a once a year moderated challenge.
Right.
It could be accessible anytime, and that would be great with your other groups where you're like, what are you guys doing? Go to this website and document your progress, so that's really cool because that's something that's been coming up quite a bit over the past couple of weeks, and you're just another one that's
May I show you something that I think would be very helpful for
please.
a partner for Green Team Academy?
Yeah,
that could
definitely.
help with this. Let me just pull it up here.
I'm also so with going out to Uganda, I started my own company in 2020 called Bahoy, and it's like a resilient community building structure based on time banking. So it's using time banking as a sustainable development, and that's kind of also part of what I'm going to be doing while I'm out in Uganda, is educating on time banking and kind of getting footage for Bahoy to actually like start it off. So it's kind of cool, like all of this is coming together incredibly well.
Yes.
I'm excited to be a part of all of it, and for all of it to be a part of Bahoy as well. Like, so that's like the cooler part. Yeah.
So let me ask, are you doing anything virtually in Africa, or is it all in person?
So when I'm in the communities, I'm not really sure. Like, I want to send out like a little questionnaire to ask if people want their community documented, if they want to do like an assessment, how like, kind of like along those lines, because I would love to get like live footage. Like if I'm recording something, I want to be talking to people, like getting their experience. And if I could do live streams, like I would, 100% want.
I hope you can figure that out. I don't know that I can facilitate that, but I'm trying to figure it out for our work here to do live streams. And if we can, collaborate on that, I'd appreciate it.
I'm going to send you a link that somebody just sent to me, and it looks like it's like a podcast link that you can like live stream and everything. So I'll pull it up real quick. It's called Bullhorn.
Well, here, you pull that up, but let me share this with you first.
Yes.
Because it's flashing at you, right?
I drop that in the chat so you can take a look at it. And then here, Compassionate Games. Ooh.
So I'm going to click on Compassion Game. Well, I guess this is the homepage of the whole website. And so Compassion Gains Earth Month is, whole month. And they're doing Water is Life. They have a song for the ocean. I'm looking for the one video that really kind of sums up everything. but you'll see that they do this. They're doing it for Martin Luther King. They're doing it for, they do it several times during the year. We, the World, hosts the 11 Days of Global Unity in September. And that's where our Gardens of Global Unity live, right? And so what I'm looking for is their menu. I don't see their menu.
The 3 bars at the top right.
Oh
You
yeah,
see those 3
thank
blue
you.
lines?
It was under our little video. So
Uh-huh.
I want to show you the thing that's called How to Play. Oh no, what I really need is their map. Where would that be? Probably under the September games. And this is the September games. Doodly doo doo. This is the video. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is something else. That's Nemo Patel. Ah, I had it. I thought I could just pull it up. But anyway, I'll go through this with you another time and show you. They do have a compassion map. Let me see. One more try. Where they here, maybe it's under play. So, I've developed the World House Games as a piece of our thing that we're doing. These are the games that inspired it. This was part of our process when we were designing the program with the Sustainable Floridians. We've got acts of kindness. Global Fire means go and talk to people individually that are doing something wonderful. And we could do that globally with your networks now, very easily.
Yeah.
And then the service projects is basically what you're doing. Anyway, so lots of ways to play. And where's I'm going to give it one more try. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Not at all.
So September
map.
games.
It's right below. Are you looking
Here's
for
the map. Yes.
I didn't see it there before either, so I don't know if it was there.
Yeah. So submit map. Will it go directly? Yes. So use the map to share acts of kindness, service, and compassionate action. And let me explore the map. And here it is that they have, here's the world map. You can put all your Africa people there. And each one will submit their impact report, basically, is what it is. And they can document the numbers. They need the numbers so that they can, get funding for these programs. And then they report on them, and you can, let's just look, giving to the planet. How about that? See what that's about. So here's a group that did a project just like you're doing. And they tell about it, and you can get more details. So it's
Cool.
if you like, I can ask. I know the guy who builds this and runs the compassion games, and I can ask him if we can partner with Climate Collaboratory and this would be Green Team and your thing that I don't have the name yet in my mind. What is it? Ahoy? No.
Ahoy. It was a village in Indonesia, actually. It's the name of a village in Indonesia that I visited, and I left there with a complete, it changed me.
Yeah.
So I'm still in the works of it's building itself through me, truly. I have some crazy business models written out that literally came to me through meditation. So and with Green Team Academy and you time banking, it's literally it's exactly what it's so wild how everything it's just coming around very
and it flows. It comes together when the time is right. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You wanted to show me something on your screen.
So I can share my screen. I hope I still have it up. I do. I sent the link over as well, so you'll have that. But it's just this, and I haven't had much time to like look into it. But you said you're looking for somewhere to like just stream stuff. This isn't the
Yes.
this isn't the it's a podcast platform, but you're able to, yeah. So engaging with your audience, hosting live episodes, recording and publishing content.
Love it.
I'm not sure what, yeah, go live with your audience and create episodes, record it, and you can edit it in the raw
Yeah.
conversion.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this might be something to a good platform to look into.
absolutely. And did you put that in the
It's
chat
in
as well?
Slack.
Good.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
just copied both of those things. So good. Well, I want you to know also that the process I'm using now is recorded on my computer, do any editing that we need to, and then give it to We the World. And they publish it on their, social media and everywhere. So,
cool,
yeah.
very cool.
So we got a good network built and
Yeah,
we're, from the very local to the very global.
yeah,
And
yeah, and
it's
it's
all in place now and we just got to use it, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. This is very cool. This is very exciting, and I'm really excited to be a part of the event in April.
Yes.
Um, I would just need to figure out a little bit more about it, like about coming over and everything.
Well,
Yeah,
and that would be a possibility. The other possibility is just doing something virtual.
yeah,
And I could have a live group here and you could come in as our guest speaker and do a little presentation and give us a format. And what I'm really, I hear you saying you want to bare bones your program. And so just give us the bare bones and then let us do all that in the morning.
yeah.
And in the afternoon, we'll come up with our little action plans, right?
Cool.
Very, very outline-ish,
Oh, you mean like doing like a, what is it? Not a conference, but like an exercise. I can't think of the word that I'm
a workshop, I call it.
workshop. That's
Yeah,
exactly that's the word that I
yeah,
was looking for.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's a really cool idea.
And that would be separate from Aaron's. It would be separate from what we're doing with the theater kids. It would
Okay.
separate from, all of the things that are already being planned. It's just one thing more that we put into our um, Nature Fest, whatever we end up calling it,
Yeah.
um, in April.
That's lovely.
And we really, with We the World, we want to have things going from April or March 21st to April 22nd. So we got all those weeks to fill
Perfect.
with activities. Yeah,
Perfect. That's fantastic.
it works.
We'll have to plan this a little, obviously, like a little bit better throughout the
Of
coming week.
course.
But this is an awesome introduction, and I'm super honored that you're even asking me to be a part of it, Sue. So thank you so much. This is very cool.
So you keep doing what you're doing, and you are part of the Climate Collaboratory.
Oh,
And
very
we'll get
cool.
together, maybe even just quarterly, or once a month or
Yeah,
something, and put it together. Certainly with Aaron, we want to put it together once a month,
yeah,
to say, here's what we're doing. This is January, February, March, and put it out in April. Yeah,
yeah.
we can do
Sounds good.
that. All
Very, very
right.
awesome.
That's our
Definitely
action
keep
plan.
me posted. Yeah, yeah. Keep me posted. I'm gonna send over the workbook in our email chain so
Good.
that everyone has a copy and he can maybe use it to kind of structure getting
Awesome.
this off the ground and everything.
Yeah. And I'll tell them about this possibility with a 1-day remote or live event. Right.
Well, what airport do you live near an airport by any chance?
We are near, we have a Gainesville airport, if you can come directly in. Or the major airports are in Orlando is the biggest one, and Jacksonville.
Are those going to be the closest to you?
Yeah, the big
Okay.
ones. Big
Okay,
ones. Gainesville
cool.
Airport is right here in town.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that would be ideal. Okay, cool. Yeah. And I'm not sure, just something that would be helpful. Like if you know of anybody who has a room or a couch that I could crash on for like a couple of days.
Easy.
Really? Oh, that would be
Yeah, easy.
perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll keep you posted. But I might plan to be there around like the middle of April
All
and then
right.
hang out for a week, be part of the festivities and then head back home.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. It's very exciting. Awesome.
Ah, thank you, Jen. It's just
Thank you so much.
wonderful. I'm so glad to be doing this with you.
Me too. Me too. You are literally like a breath of fresh air. You have been since the first time we met. And I love, I love being a part of anything that you're doing. So thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Yeah.
We are a mutual admiration society. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
All
So have a
right.
good
Thank
rest of your
you.
weekend, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
happy trip. Safe
Thank you.
and very productive.
Thank you so
And
much.
say
Thank
hi to
you.
my friends.
Oh, I will. I will.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.